Jan Nepomniatchi and Fabiano Caruana totally dominated the first half of the 2022 Candidates Tournament, with Nepo in the lead with an impressive 5.5 out of 7, closely followed by Caruana with 5 points. In round 8 Nepo played Ding Liren, whom he defeated in the first game, and Caruana played Hikaru Nakamura. The opening began with e4, e5, and after all the knights had been moved we arrived at the 4 knights game, where Nepo selected the Scotch variation with d5, and the game continued with a line that is considered quite solid, but also very drawish. In this variation white manages to destroy the black pawn structure. But the engine evaluation is constantly around 0. And after the black king also became involved in the game, the following position emerged on move 21. That position could have been the basis for Nepo's whole opening choice, as he mentioned in the post-game interview that in a 2019 game against Sergei Movsian, Ding moved his bishop to b4, and Nepo thought that was a minor inaccuracy after which you could play on. But this time, after Ding moved the pawn to h5, the game was already a theoretical draw. And after a 3-fold repetition the game ended actually in a draw on move 37. In the other game Nakamura opened with e4. And with the bishop on b5 and pawn to a6 on move 3 the Ruy Lopez opening, Morphy defense was on the board. In general, the theory of the Ruy Lopez opening is the most developed of all the open games, with some lines having been analyzed well beyond the 30th move. Therefore, the first 20 moves were blitzed out by both. Then Nakamura, who had prepared this line completely, mixed up his preparation a bit and played knight to g3, which turned out to be one of the most important moves in this game, because now Caruana had to think about the next move for 23 minutes and both players were out of the book. Another critical moment in this game were Caruana's moves c4, and e4. Because Nakamura evaluated this position as very difficult for black to play, because the bishop on d3 might look good but doesn't actually do anything. In general, this incredibly intense and exciting game was an object lesson in how important it is in chess to understand the position and draw the right conclusions from it. The situation was that black had more space, a rook and 2 pawns for white's 2 minor pieces. However, it was a stable position and thus Nakamura had enough time to maneuver his minor pieces to the ideal spots. With the pawn sortie to h4 and h5 Nakamura managed to play his bishop to g4 and thus bring it into play. He gradually began to free himself from the tight position. Nakamura, who was always slightly in the lead but kept giving Caruana new hope through small inaccuracies, was finally able to improve his position step by step in this incredible positional game. To cut a long story short, after Nakamura managed to completely control the promotion field on e1 and also to use his pieces in such a way that they could actively participate in the game, Caruana resigned on move 74 with an evaluation of plus 5.9 for white. And here are the remaining results of round 8. After his defeat yesterday, Rapport pulled off an impressive comeback win in just 29 moves against Duda. Farusha and Rajabov had a 93-move battle that ended in a draw. Nepo is now in the lead by 1 point and is the only player so far not to have lost a game. If you liked the video, please hit the like button below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for the latest chess news and tournament highlight videos. Thanks for watching.